Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ian Preston here on my second YouTube channel, Ian Preston Reviews. Welcome back to another 30th anniversary movie review. And yes, today marks well, I'm filming it on the day before, and this today marks its 30th. This day marks its 30th anniversary because it was released in theaters the 10th back in 1993 in September. It was a Friday, and it's called True Romance, and it has Christian Slater in it. It has Patricia Arquette in it, I think, and yeah, if I'm pronouncing her name right. But then there's Gary Oldman, Christopher Walken, Dennis Hopper, Val Kilmer, Bronson Pinchot, Tom Sizemore, who sadly passed away this year, and Chris Penn, who also passed away a long time ago, and who else? There's Saul Rubinek, if I'm pronouncing his name right, and Michael Rappaport, and Jack Black is in a deleted scene where they're in the theater. Val Kilmer plays Elvis, who is, oh yeah, and Samuel L. Jackson is in it, and this is written by Quentin Tarantino and directed by Tony Scott. Yes, I think there might have been mixed reviews about this back then, but I know for a fact people do enjoy it now. I think people did enjoy it then, but I'm like, ending is really amazing. Like, how was this a failure at the box office? Because this was, maybe it's because of all that cursing and so much violence and some gory scenes, and yeah, and Christian Slater's character was someone who really looked up to Elvis and was really it's like a father figure to him, and yeah, and him and Patricia Arquette's character meet at a theater. Well, first he talks to this gal at a bar, and then about his interest with Elvis and her interest with Elvis, and he goes to a kung fu movie, and then him and Patricia Arquette eventually come together, and she was a call girl apparently, and they eventually get married at a city hall. Yeah, and this movie's technically about them together, and him end up killing Gary Oldman's character because I think she had something with him in the past, and then they meet Dennis Hopper, Christian Slater's dad, and they're in Detroit, Michigan first, and then Dennis Hopper gets killed by Christopher Walken eventually, and then they go to L.A. with Michael Rappaport's character, and they meet Bronson Pinchot's character Elliot, and then eventually Christian Slater decides to open Dr. Zhivago in L.A., and yes, I'm not really familiar with the film because I haven't watched it in a while, but yes, there's a lot of swearing in it. It's rated R, 2 hours and 1 minute is what it says, and oh yeah, Brad Pitt's in it too, and he doesn't have a big role in it though, but he is in it. Anyway, he they eventually, when Christian Slater leaves Patricia Arquette by herself, some guy comes in, tries to kill her, and she gets so furious she kills him too. And Christian was just furious big time after what had happened, about how he screwed up about leaving her in that hotel by herself, and people are wondering what on earth is happening as Christian Slater is cursing up a storm as they're leaving, and yeah, and then they have this thing in a hotel with Saul Rubinek and Elliot, Bronson Pinchot's character, after Bronson Pinchot gets pulled over by the cops because of cocaine, and eventually a shootout happens, and Christian Slater gets shot in the eye. Michael Rappaport manages to flee, but all the other people get destroyed, killed, and then Patricia Arquette and Christian Slater, they manage to escape, and then they go to Mexico, and then she gives birth to their son, and they name him Elvis, which is a beautiful ending on the beach, and the music was just so nice. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. My bad. But Quentin Tarantino really did a good job writing this, and the director did a good job, Tony Scott. But other than that, this year marks its 30th anniversary. If any of you guys are 90s movies fans, like if you guys like it, I will go ahead and I suggest to you guys to drop a like if you guys really like 90s films, 80s films, because I review 80s and 90s films. And sometimes if I don't know them very well, I'll just post happy 30th or happy 35th or 40th anniversary on my community on this channel. If I don't know them very well, just happy anniversary to this movie. But as far as these movies go, I always rate 90s movies 10 out of 10. But anyway, if you guys are new to this channel, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, check out Ian Preston, my first channel. Link will be in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. I love y'all.